This is Valerie Van Boeven with the Senior Care Industry Netcast, where leaders with 3 or more years in the senior care industry share their advice. So let's get to it. In a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Daniel Gottschalk, and I'm the co-owner and president of Family Tree In-Home Care. And we're a concierge business based in Texas and Colorado that helps families navigate the aging process, whether it be with care management services, private nursing services, or caregiving services.
We have had a lot of talk about care managers on these episodes, and everybody agrees that care managers are worth their weight in gold. They're angels sent from heaven. It's because families go through so much when they're trying to navigate through all the senior care options out there. So care managers are awesome. What's the best thing about serving seniors and their families?
By far, the best thing is just making an impact on a group of people that near and dear to my heart, my business partner's heart, and everyone in our company's got a story that connects them. So we just love the senior population, and they're really left behind in many ways by our society, our Western society. So our business kind of bridges the gap for many families and helps us do right by them.
Yes, I would agree. We need to definitely listen more and pay more attention to our seniors. They are such an important part of our history and even of our future. So thank you for doing that. All right. I hear from other providers, especially since COVID has hit come around the block here, that marketing online can be challenging and it's kind of confusing. I know it's ever changing. What has been your experience with online marketing?
Yeah, it's constantly changing and it's hard to keep up with, honestly. In many ways, COVID has changed the game. COVID has brought everything online. Many times families find you and make decisions online without having to interview multiple agencies at once and invite people into their home. And so people are relying more and more online. And so your presence has to be strong online and you have to keep investing more money in it, even though it feels like a big black hole and you have no idea how it's working.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it has pushed all of us into, hey, it's time to go here with the online stuff. In-person networking will always be important. In my opinion, we aren't able to do that as much right now, or maybe at all, but it'll come back sometime. And we'll be doing it again, but absolutely online marketing. If people haven't taken it seriously before now, it's definitely time for sure.
Right.
All right. I would imagine that there are other successful leaders or organizations or people out there who've made an impact in your life and your career. Who would you like to talk about?
I mean, two folks. One person that's made a big impact in my career would be a college professor of mine who really inspired me to get in this industry in the first place. Didn't intentionally inspire me. He fell sick with cancer, and I was 19 years old in college, and he had pancreatic cancer. So myself and a group of really naive students decided that we were going to take care of him 24/7 around the clock and be a surrogate family because he didn't have any family. And his name was Ross Lentz. And Dr. Ross Lentz was probably the greatest mentor of my entire life. So he really stands out to me. And secondly, honestly, is my business partner. My business partner and I are attached to the hip and have the same heart when it comes to this industry. And just really love being involved in our community. And every community we serve, we really are proud of what we've done, and are proud to support organizations like the Alzheimer's Association, which recently just got like $24 million grant for some really amazing, innovative research. And those are near and dear organizations to my heart too. So I love being involved in the community.
Absolutely. And that is a really cool story that you and a bunch of college colleagues took care of a professor. That is a neat story.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that you just solidified your ticket to heaven with that. Because at 19, it's rough to just navigate your own life, much less take care of someone who's actively probably dying at some point.
He was a special guy. He really was. Changed my life in so many ways. I couldn't even describe it all in one conversation. But
that's cool.
Yeah,
That is a very neat story. Well, thank you. I'm happy for him because we need more people like you out there everywhere. So
I appreciate that.
he has made an impact on this world for sure in many ways. All right, what piece of advice would you give to other senior care providers?
Yeah, I mean, in our space and the private pay side of the industry, it's really dominated by small mom and pops. I mean, tens of thousands of small mom and pops, and we're all in this together, and we're all well-intentioned individuals. But unfortunately, I see the industry changing, and without adaptation to the changes coming, I think a lot of folks are going to struggle. And so, to me, it's it's not just about having really great people, but actually putting in really great systems and protocols so that your people have support that they need to do really good quality care. I mean, if you give me 5 clients, I'll be doing an amazing job. Give me 15, suddenly I'm struggling a little bit. Give me 20, and suddenly I'm struggling more. And I really think that in the private pay space, because it's so antiquated in many ways, we need better systems, processes, and accountability for our really great, amazing people that work with us.
Oh yeah, I was talking to somebody else the other day who said the secret to their success was also having systems in place, having operational procedures and systems, and so that is a very good piece of wisdom that you are sharing because I do believe if you're going to make it past the 1 year, 3 year, 5 year mark, having those systems in place, and it not only helps you survive but you can thrive, and as owners you can relax a little bit because this is, even as things change, it helps a lot to know everybody knows the rules, everybody knows what to do, everybody knows who to call. So yep, absolutely. All right, when you have a win in life, and that could be anything, celebrations of marriage, of babies, of graduations, of a client that you just know in your heart that you've made a great difference for their family and for them, how do you like to celebrate?
On the personal side, my wife and I like to get out of town and go celebrate by kind of removing ourselves from our everyday life and going on a little trip. During COVID, not so possible. As a company, we celebrate heavily with food and cheer and laughter, and again with COVID, not so possible. So we've been doing a lot of Zoom celebrations, which has just gotten to be kind of funny. And I can't wait till the day we can all be in the same room together.
Yep.
But there's usually good food around at a
Yeah,
family celebration.
we're really good about celebrating with food. It's always a good way to share the joy.
True Americans, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, that's awesome. All right. Well, I want to thank you for doing the show and for being on here. We'll make sure everybody knows your website, where your locations are, and all the stuff that we can share about you. We certainly will. So thank you for doing this.
Thank you.